so much still going on. I've been meaning to do videos on things other than the Epstein case, but right now it almost seems impossible. After bombshell keeps coming out, and allegation keeps coming out. So let's kind of just recap the day. So Vicky Ward, who's been on this case since 2002, well before the big allegations were really out there for Vanity Fair, is told to nix a story on Epstein. She tries to get it out there in 2003 through other publications, etc., etc. It doesn't happen. She's a best-selling author. Recently, her latest book is Kushner Inc., something I'm definitely going to pick up and check out and read. I'm sure it's extremely insightful. You know, we dig deep here. All right? So she makes the stunning claim that during Acosta's confirmation, when he's talking to the Trump team, they ask him about the Epstein case. And again, this is her claim, but she's extremely credible in this case, especially given the length she's been working on it and the insider journalism that she obtained for her initial story in the first place. She claims now, again, this would be back in 2016, that when asked about Epstein, he was told, quote unquote, it was above his pay grade, that Epstein was in intelligence and to leave it alone. Now, today, out of nowhere, we get this press conference. And he distances himself many, many times. He says that the best prosecutors negotiated the deal. When asked about his one meeting with one of the lawyers, he said that the deal had already been solidified. So this meeting with a lawyer, which he admitted to today, he said the deal was already done. Okay? That meeting really, I don't even know what to say. It was an afterthought. You know, all of this screams loudly of extreme bullshit. Let's be honest, all of it. Every single little piece that I just discussed, what does it scream of? Extreme and utter nonsense. Anybody that believed, I would say even half of what it came out of Acosta's mouth, needs to have their goddamn head checked. Okay? That's it. Let's get that out of the way. So then later on, when he's asked about the allegation, which is really during the end, I thought it was actually going to be the last question, because he actually says last question. And by the way, if you caught that stream, it's really odd that YouTube had problems at that time, and I guess it kicked a couple people off, but it kicked me off right around the intelligence question. So when Acosta gets asked it, he kind of smiles, he licks his lips. Please go look at it. We played it a couple times. Licks his lips, and he says, I did see that report. And then he completely dodges the question. By the way, guys, thumbs this up. I see 4 thumbs, 44 people watching. Come on, if you like this information, give me a shout, subscribe, and definitely share this. So, again, he says this, he licks his lips, he won't answer yes or no. It's an easy question. At any time, did someone tell you, or inform you, I think it was, that Epstein was intelligence? Guys, that's a yes or no question. It's a very easy question. Yes, that was the Yellow Deli behind me. Did a walk and talk on the Yellow Deli, if you want to check that out as well. So, boy, I mean, it's unreal. So now think about this in the respect of where Acosta was in his career. You're a state prosecutor, you're in the Attorney General's office, and you've already seen a lot of corruption to get where you are. Come on, you're in the state of Florida, for God's sakes. Everybody thinks it's hilarious with this Florida man joke. Think about how much crime really is in that area. It's a lot. Okay? So you've already had your dealings. You know the narcos runs through there. You know the BCCI scandal happened through there. You know what Florida is. You know, you've already compromised a lot, Acosta. And then they bring you in on this Epstein thing, and you might have thought you were going to save the fucking world. Okay? And by the way, he says he saw the tapes of these girls, but then he kind of alludes to the videos that are on the internet now. No. At the time, you absolutely, if you weren't present for those depositions, you watched the videos, tapes of those depositions. Stop lying. I mean, even when you try to lie, you let some truth out. So anyway, when asked about the intelligence officer thing, he refused to answer it. Straight up. Would not answer the question. And then he said that, basically ended it with, don't fall too deep down the rabbit hole. How long have researchers been saying that the only thing that makes sense, that all the evidence suggests that this guy was intelligence, that he was either Mossad or CIA or a form of both, because they work hand in hand. Let me give you an example of when the CIA and the Mossad worked on a high-level operation hand in hand together. You know what it was called? Iran fucking Contra. All right? What everybody seems to not understand or play down is the fact that the way that we smuggled those guns through Adnan Khashoggi, yes, he was related to Jamal, okay, through the Israeli Mossad. So the guns would come from Israel and go into South America while we smuggled the drugs in. That's how it worked. Proxy nations, plausible deniability. So this untouchable motherfucker, by all means, looks like he was intelligence. And Acosta today, refused to answer that question when it hits the media. So I don't know how they're going to spin this, guys. I don't think this guy's getting out. I think this is it for Epstein, thank God. It's been a whirlwind, and you've been following it with me. And thank you so much for all the new subscribers out there. If you're not subbed, please do. We're doing the most in-depth work on this. That's an honest-to-God thing. We are. We're digging through the documents. We're on the news wires. We're seeing the new allegations. I got more videos coming tonight. I promise you that I'm also going to do the Google Android video and the ACR, automated content recognition, ASR, automated speech recognition, AVR, automated video recognition video, where they're harvesting all your data at an extreme pace. You need to understand that. So that's important. We're going to do that one. By the way, if you saw it in the title, Bohemian Grove kicks off today. Now, recently I did a boho video, kind of doing a synopsis of what it is and why it's important. Some of my film Invisible Empire. I got a real part there, so make sure that you check that out, okay? If you want to know more about it. But today's the kickoff date, and I've been saying, what hasn't been in the news as much this week, all of a sudden, and last week, really? Iran's calmed down, right? The invasion there. Well, why is that? Because they're getting their ducks in a row in Bohemian Grove. It's July 10th to July 28th, I believe. Is that it? Or maybe 28th. It's a little over 2 weeks, right? And I said, you watch for big members of the Trump administration to be going to Northern California near Sonoma in the days that this kicks off. Guess who's in Sonoma, California today, guys? Guess, it's in the title. Mikey Pence. So, Mikey Pence, the big headlines is that he started today at a military base, which was in Southern California. But then, if you read a little further, he's going to San Joaquin Valley. And over in San Joaquin Valley, it's basically 2 counties over from Sonoma, and Sonoma is where the famous Bohemian Grove is. Why is it important? Well, over the 2.5 week period, you have some of the biggest players in geopolitics, business, and the military-industrial complex there. For instance, if you are unaware, the Manhattan Project, the nuclear project, where was it hatched? Guess. The Bohemian Grove. A little baseball going on, guys. All right, so back to talking. Do the Bushes still go? I'm sure they have a camp there. I would be surprised if Jeb and George didn't go. I'm less worried about, the George Bushes of the world going there. I think they've had their time. He was a puppet of all puppets. His father certainly was not. I'm more worried about the Henry Kissingers that go there, that were at Bohemian Grove, or Bilderberg, just a little over a month ago. And remember, right after Bilderberg, what happened? Just as I predicted. They ramped up Iran. They ramped it right the fuck up. So, I've said this. We're not going to see a whole lot right now, maybe some slight escalations. Everybody's ignoring the fact that Netanyahu recently started talking about the Iranian enrichment. He started saying they were preparing for military action by the U.S. against Iran. That's all real. So, you know, look for something bad, unfortunately, unless we do something. I mean, Trump's already sent officially 2,500 troops in a plan of at least 10,000 into that region, into the Gulf region, right? That's being underreported. And it seems like it's going to be more. And again, late July, early August, something might pop off, and this could be it. We're so distracted. There's nobody in the streets saying, you know what, we don't want this. We don't want war with Iran. It's scary. And, you know, I know we talk big subjects here, but they all interrelate, because who's riding on this guy's plate? Statesmen, presidents, and we're also going to go over that the James Patterson video. Haven't done that. Man, I'm going to be up late tonight, guys. Today's a long one. Luckily, it's just me and Karma right now. My sister didn't have to do a double, so me and the kids parted ways around 4-ish. And I'm able to crank them out. I mean, I think this is video number... Pretty sure it's video number 4 already, right? Video number 4? Yeah, it can't be 5. But we're going to get 5, 6, and 7 done for sure today. Guys, I thank you for joining me on the Walk and Talk. I do one of these almost every day. If you like this stuff, please thumbs it up, comment below. Let me know what stories I should be covering. I know I'm missing a lot right now. I do. I understand. I know they're first of all, I also want to cover the Area 51 siege, where 165,000 people say they're going to storm Area 51. I find that both humorous and interesting. What else is out there? Oh, they just seized, I think it was a freighter, like one of those big freight boxes by J.P. Morgan, and had $1 billion in drugs in it. Shouldn't surprise anybody that the cartels and the drugs are all run by the banksters and the criminal predator class, but, you know, some people still get shocked when I say that, even though we already discussed Iran-Contra. So, look, guys, thumbs it up, share it, make sure you subscribe. Remember, I'm completely 100% independent. I'm bringing you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day. Real interviews, real news. If you can donate to my GoFundMe, $1, $5, all of it makes all the difference in the world. We're about 2/3 of the way through it. 2/3 of the way financially there, which is awesome. I want to thank you. I'll see everybody on the flip side a little later tonight.